Sweety Pie, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a kind of, I don't even really know what I'm going to name this video yet. I'm sure you've seen it already in the title, but it's gonna be something like 6 palettes I bought and never showed. These are, some of them are actually pretty new, one of them at least, or 2 of them actually are pretty new that I just never got around to doing a video on, or, you know, whatever. And then some of them are like, you know, winner's finds that they're older, so there's like no point in me doing a video because nobody is gonna watch that video. So yeah, if you're interested in that, these are a lot of, literally all drugstore besides one. Look at that. Look at me and all the drugstore. Now, just because they're drugstore does not mean that these palettes were cheap. God almighty, like even drugstore pricing nowadays is going crazy. Like honestly, crazy. So yeah, here I am with my Dr. Ho machine on, sciatic nerve being awesome today. And yeah, let's just get into this video. If you guys love this video, if you guys enjoy me, subscribe, of course, and like this video as well. I always forget to say stuff like that. I just like dive right into whatever hell I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get into this video. I also did some swatches that I will like insert because, you know, I figured I was there, I did swatches, you know, why not? All right, let's get into this. So I'm not going into any particular order. I'm just shooting out. This is the only high-end palette I have. And oh my gosh, it's so bright because of the lights in here today, because it's kind of gloomy outside. You can't even see it. This is the Becca Pearl Glow Shimmering Eye palette. I'm pretty sure this was a holiday release, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I heard bad things about this. So God knows why I was like, hey, let's go out and purchase it. Let's try and, but I was like, I'm surprised. Okay, now the 2 shades that stick out like the most to me are the 2 at the top here. And they're kind of in like a shell type of format. Now this one, I wonder if I can show you. This one here is really smooth. That is the shade Fresh Water. And then we have Iridescent Aura, which is the pink shade. It's a little bit more chunky. I don't know if you can see that, but they are so pretty. If you are looking for like some, like if duochromes were not a thing, these would be some beautiful duochromes. Now, I know I paid too much for this, even though I did get it on sale. I know I still probably paid too. So yeah, like you've got some really dark shades for mattes in this palette, and that's all you're given is like a dark brown and a dark black. This is more of an accompaniment palette, in my opinion. But still, like honestly, I was expecting, I don't know, why would you buy it if you were expecting to hate it? Like, that makes a lot of sense. But I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. When I purchased this, we were at Winners. It was probably like the 5th time I had been there, and there was like still nothing. And I was like, well, I cannot go home with nothing. And this ended up being my something. And I actually like it more than I thought I would. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh. Let's stop talking about it. Okay, I'm going to turn off this Dr. Ho machine. It's like vibrating like crazy. All right, next I have something new. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in Ultimate Utopia. This I love. This is great. This is really beautiful. NYX eyeshadows are actually better than I think I ever gave them credit for. Their mattes are really quite good, actually. I had no problems blending this. I made some, you know what? I just thought of another look that I really want to do. I want to do like the purple. They have like this super deep purple, and then doing the green in the middle of the eye. That would be the most amazing kind of Halloween look. Anyway, I really enjoyed this palette. The shimmers were really beautiful, even without like anything. Usually I use my fingers a lot of the time with shimmers. I'm not like the biggest brush person, but they're really pretty. And that acid green is something to admire. Anyway, yes. Oh, a really old one. Here we are. Okay, so honestly, I was at Shoppers and I was shopping around and I came across this. This is the Milani X Salt and Pepper. I know I like a couple of their songs, but I didn't know who they were when I first saw this on Instagram like months and months ago. Anyway, opening it up, it is like this. You get a ton of shimmer in this palette. Like, this is an accompaniment palette. Now, I have used this a couple times, and this shade right here, I really actually like. It's the one right up at the top there, and it's kind of a green, but it has gold, like, flecks in it. And another shade that's really pretty in this, like, look at that blue. Really pretty. Now, is this my favorite palette in the world? No, not really. Honestly, this is probably going to be like a, you know, like pull out once in a blue moon type of palette. Not my favorite. There's another one in here that I kind of feel that way about. It's not that the shimmer, like the shimmers aren't pretty. It's just, if you're looking for like a standalone palette, there's no freaking way that you can make a look with just like this palette that's not going to be very stark. Like, they give you a matte cream and a matte blue. That's it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking buying this. I picked it up. I saw it. All right, another winner's find. This is the Milani. Now, of course, I could not pass up a on sale purple palette. So this is their hyperpigmented eye and face palette. Matte violets, gilded collection. It doesn't tell me exactly what this one is. Either way, this is what we're, duh. Like, the camera's so far away today, I don't know what I was thinking. That is the palette. Okay. This blue is insanely beautiful. It's deep end. So pretty. And then I also like Past Curfew. It's a super, super deep purple. The highlighters I could do without. They're kind of crumbly. The shimmers, very typical Milani style. I was a little weirded out by this melodrama shade and this heavy petal, just because these are a little chalky. They're a little tiny bit chalky, but you can make it work. If you picked this up and you wanted to do like, oh gosh, this shade right here, it's awesome. It's beautiful. It's deep end. Can I show it in the pan? It's a very pretty shade. Not my favorite palette, not my least favorite palette. Let me put it that way. Okay, I want to end on a good note, so I'm going to do another kind of negative. Pacifica. Pacifica came to my Shoppers. I bought a foundation and I also bought this palette. This is their hemp infused eyeshadow palette. It is like cardboard packaging, and oh, that came right out. Look at that. This piece of plastic literally comes right out. I don't know if you can see that properly. See? That's not good. Anyway, so you have the palette right here, and then you get an alright brush. Okay, I might actually even take this brush out of the palette and use the brush and kind of whatever with the palette. Okay, these are mediocre eyeshadows, and that's just the truth. And for the, oh god, I think this was $25.99. I think that people have done this much better. People have done this much better. Okay, I don't understand the color story. I don't understand the matte eyeshadows that they put in here. What they expected people to be able to do with this palette. Some of the shimmers are pretty, but they are super chunky, and I was not happy with the quality of this palette. Yeah, it's not a great palette. It says Cosmic Reflect, 100% vegan, cruelty free, hemp infused eyeshadows. Every true beauty knows it's what's on the inside that matters. Yeah, on the inside of this palette, it's crap. Now, like, there is a color I really love. This is Cosmic, but honestly, like, it's just one shade out of the whole palette. No, nope. I'm not in love with this palette. I don't really love it. I like the foundation more, but I wasn't like 100% crazy about the foundation either. I know, I guess I'm picky. I never really thought that. Last but not least, we're gonna end on a happy note. I don't know why I go into Shoppers and I find these deals and I'm like, oh, what is wrong with you? You did not need that. Okay, I was on Shoppers Drug Mart's website and I saw that they actually had these bigger palettes from NYX and I had never seen these in store. And I was looking at them and I was planning on placing an order at some point. Didn't place the order, regardless. Back to reality. I'm walking through a Shoppers in the town beside me and yeah, it was $25. Drugstore was $25. Like, that still blows me away. So yes, this is the Escape Artist from NYX. Cosmetics. It's a huge freaking palette, but I've had a lot of fun with this palette. I know there's a lot of shades, but I did this really beautiful blue look with it. There's like super neutrals. This shade over here is kind of like a topper shade that you can throw over top of like any, and I can't say that I haven't had fun with this palette. So as much as it's big and gaudy and like, honestly, who the frick needs this many shades of warmth? Nobody at this point. I did like the quality of their eyeshadows and yeah, it's something I'm keeping. Oh, and there's pressed pigments in here. So they have to call this a pressed pigment palette essentially. Really, I didn't realize that. I didn't have any serious staining or anything. Anyway, oh my gosh, ranting on. I did pick this up. I do like it. I think it is actually pretty good. NYX is actually getting up there in my books right now when it comes to eyeshadows because I was really surprised. I have not loved NYX eyeshadows in the past. I really haven't. But this is turning a new leaf. So yeah. Anyway, guys, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been talking for far too long. I am going to take off this eye makeup and I am going to do a review that I am really, well, it's going to be a first impression try on of something I'm excited for. Anyway, I love you guys so, so much and I hope you guys have a really wonderful day, night, evening, whatever. And yeah, I hope you come around again.